We're going to kick off with college football. Big weekend in college football. Bad weekend if you were a top 10 team because a lot of them went down. And we'll start off with the number 2 team in the country. They went down to LSU, they being Georgia. Didn't go well. As Chad Prather mentioned, the Dogs kind of got exposed. It's early. Yeah, they could come back and still do well. Their hope of getting to the playoff is pretty simple. They got to win the West, they got to win the East, and then they've got to win the SEC championship game, probably against Alabama. Good luck with that. Next up was another great game. Talk about a comeback, sort of snatching things. Michigan, after losing early this season, has really rallied, especially that defense. I mean, Shea Patterson, the quarterback, has played really well, but that defense is something, and they just smacked Wisconsin around in the big house there at Michigan. That was fun to see. Really fun to see. Congratulations to Jim Harbaugh and company. Next score up, how about go to the West Coast? Washington had lost that game to Auburn, and since then in the opener, they had looked really good. Oregon, though. Oregon comes back and beats and holds off Washington, beats them 30-27. So Washington and maybe the entire Pac-12 has been eliminated from the playoff race. Great job by Mario Cristobal, the head coach at Oregon. His line, his quarterback, Herbert. It's a fun team to watch. If you haven't gotten a chance, check them out. Next game up, want to talk about undefeated teams? Want to talk about teams that are kind of on a roll? Yes, okay, this game was at Memphis. Yes, Memphis is not as good as they've been in the last year or so, especially last year. But UCF turned it on at the end. They win 31-30, longest winning streak in the country. This is a fun team to watch. Owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to check these guys out. They're currently ranked, I believe, 10th in the country. So that's going to be something to see if they can get any higher than that. I've got them peaked out as about 8 is going to be as high as they can get. Next up on the list, Penn State, Michigan State. Penn State favored in this one. Michigan State didn't care. Michigan State wins 21-17. That will just about do it for Penn State's chances as far as the playoff goes. Also with 2 losses, doesn't necessarily eliminate them from the Big Ten story. But as far as the playoff goes, they're done. All right, next up on the list, how about Auburn, Tennessee? Did you go into this game thinking Auburn should smoke the Vols? Well, I didn't think they'd smoke them, but I sure as hell thought they'd beat them. Tennessee pulls this out 30-24, and Auburn is like one of the characters off those Medical Alert commercials. Auburn's offense has fallen, and they can't get up. All right, next up, USC, Colorado. Colorado was undefeated. USC put a defeat on them, 31-20. Great job by the USC Trojans. Colorado just had a bad day at the worst time because they needed to go completely undefeated. We're talking about 12-0, win the Pac-12, then they might have had a chance. Even then, it's a testament that they were ranked where they were, and they've now, with just 1 loss, fallen all the way out of the top 25. All right, that'll do it for college football. Let's take a look at the AP top 10. Sort of speaks for itself. Not too many surprises in there. Only 1-loss teams in there. Notre Dame being 7-0 and sitting at number 4, the last undefeated team in the Power 5 conference. And then UCF. I shouldn't say the only team. North Carolina State is further down in the top 25, and they're 5-0, but they're NC State, and until proven otherwise, they won't be ranked much higher. Let's go to the NFL and check out some of those scores real quick. For those of you that caught these games yesterday, the first score we're going to run at you was an embarrassment to all Oakland Raider fans and Raider fans all over the world. I say world because they went to London to get this butt whipping, and the Seattle Seahawks beat them 27-3, and it wasn't that close. John Gruden, you better have a hell of a plan, because right now that $100 million does not look like they spent it well. Good luck. Number 2 on the list. How about last night? Chiefs and Patriots. That was something. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for Kansas City, gotta love how this kid plays, and he may indeed be one of those future stars. I mean, we'll see how he handles the first 3, 4, 5 years. That's where you develop into that kind of a player. Contrary to popular Insta-bake opinions, that doesn't happen in one season. But he sure looks like he's going to be really good. This just in, there's a 41-year-old quarterback at New England named Brady. He's pretty good too. And he and Rob Gronkowski were the difference late, and that's why New England won 43-40. Next up on the list, the Atlanta Falcons and the Buccaneers. If you saw this game and you waited till the end and you didn't really finish the game off, you made a mistake. Don't tune out late to any Falcon game because there's not an offense in the league the Falcon defense can't hold into this thing. Offense looks great. Matt Ryan's got great numbers. Tevin Coleman, good game. Offensive line, nice game. Defense, it's going to be an issue. But they won yesterday. That's what really matters right now. And hey, the roof was open, so people were excited. The roof works. God bless them. Next up, Rams and Broncos. How about Todd Gurley? You know, they're running for 200 yards. Heck, running for 100 yards in a game is a hell of an accomplishment in the NFL. Running for 200 yards in a game is incredible. Running for 200 yards in an NFL game on the road, that's epic. And that's what Todd Gurley did yesterday. And the Rams take out the Broncos at their place in Denver. Next up, Steelers-Cincinnati. Did you see this one? Did you catch the end? Was this like the 50th time in a row Pittsburgh has beat Cincinnati? And you still have Bengals players after the game saying, I don't care what they say, we're a better team. Nah, you're that high into double-digit consecutive losses. I think they're better than you. Sorry about that. Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown was the difference maker. As usual, this just in, you play the Steelers, you might want to cover Antonio Brown. And the last one of the day was let's say a bit of a nightmare. Ravens and the Titans. Ravens shut out the Titans 21-0. Ravens have got a really good defense, obviously, testament to the zero. But kind of slowly but surely and quietly, if you can call 21-zip quiet, the Ravens are starting to garner a lot of attention in the AFC, and they richly deserve it.